connecting. Alrighty. Motherfucker. He's putting it down here. Stop it. Okay. That'll work. I'm back. So, today we have a toilet water phone. Yeah. What up, Micah? How's the audio sound? I moved the microphone over to the side of the camera to kind of cut down on the, I guess, the spiking that it was getting in the last one. Disinfect it. Alright, cool. Alright, so today I'm wearing gloves because they claim it was clean water, but it's still a toilet. So, the phone arrived to me, it still had water in it, so I'm confident that it didn't do a whole lot of damage. Hopefully not. I gotta go grab Micah's tools. Micah, I'm touching all your shit. Better stay off my drums. So, go ahead and tear this down. The guy said that when he dropped it in the toilet that he put it in rice, and after a day in rice he brought it to me and it still had water inside of it. And rice does not do anything, and I told him that, and he was like, well, that's what it said online. I was like, well, everything online is not true. There's quite a bit of misinformation on the internet, so just because you read it online does not mean that it is true. Tweezers, butt water. Butt water, the champion of beers. Oh, I'm putting your tools all in this butt water. It's already in there. You have to buy new screwdrivers, Micah. Oh, butt water. My head is killing me today. I need to eat something. $5 to drink what? There's no water left in it now. It's all drained out. No, it's not. I think we need to start a new rumor online and just start putting wet phones in random shit, and if it works, claim that fixed it. People don't understand that just because you put your phone in something and it worked again does not mean that was the reason it works again. It just means that the damage that was there was not significant enough to cause any major damage anyway, and you could have just left it on the counter and it would have done the same thing. But no, rice fixed it. The rice did it. No, there was some yesterday, Mike. I opened it up and put it in a bag. I shouldn't have. I should have closed it back. That way it was still liquid this morning, but it's alright. I prefer there actually to be still liquid in these when I work on them, because it means there's less chance that there was any time for corrosion to form. I did disconnect the battery yesterday though, just to make sure. Alright, so sorry if it's overexposed on the bottom one. That's just life. We live with it. At least you can see what I'm doing somewhat. Let me see if I can adjust it at all. Oh, my neck fucking hurts today. The fuck is this shit? Advanced settings. Exposure. Is it set to auto or something? Can't change it. Why won't you let me change it? Alright, so maybe that'll help some. I don't know. Yes, I have gloves on. So, let's see here. I may have to adjust the camera to match my view. So we got a little sign down here that there was some liquid a little bit up this side and a little bit here. On the front side, let's pull the sticker here. Yeah, we got corrosion up here for sure. Looks like we have a part of a cap missing over here. That it's just really dirty. Being that there's some corrosion here, I'm probably going to pull CPU shield. Let's check down here. We have corrosion down here also, so I'm going to pull all the shields. I've already got the ultrasonic heating up, so the butt water is alive. So let's remove our shields. I don't believe I have any 5SE parts boards, but I'm gonna hope that it's just mostly just caps that are corroded from this. The signs so far look like that, so I'm not overly worried about it. Let's look down here at the baseband area. Yeah, you get a little corrosion right there by baseband, but that's not a huge deal. Some right there. You get some over here. Some right there. There's one on the, I believe this should be the battery SWI line, so there's some corrosion on that too. We're gonna run this through ultrasonic, so looks like we got a few components knocked off here. I'm not sure how those got knocked off. My screwdriver didn't slip, so it didn't make any sense. Are they stuck to the bottom of the thing? Yeah, I think they're stuck to the bottom here. I don't know. Just some corrosion where it used to be. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there they are. So they're stuck to the bottom side here. The corrosion looks like it's just eating them off. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, there's no indication that it was hit or anything, so That's alright though, we can pull those off and solder them back on if we need to. Or replace them. Alright, take off the CPU shield now. Yeah, I'm gonna run it through the ultrasonic as soon as I get done here taking the shields off. Sometimes you don't want to run it through ultrasonic because it can kind of wash away some indications, but I think majority of our issues are probably going to be capacitors or maybe filters that are fucked up, just based off what I'm seeing so far. And the ultrasonic may clean up majority of that for us, and then we can just go in and retouch up our caps. Okay, CPU shields off. Let's take a look under there. It looks fairly good. Nothing major around the CPU. Alright, so let's take the back shield off now. I hear a lot of popping and clicking where the shield's coming loose, but it hasn't dropped yet. Should be fairly close though. There it goes. Alright, so let's look here at the back. Everything looks fairly good. Yeah. It's a fairly clean phone, so I'm pretty confident that it's going to work again. I don't really see anything majorly wrong on the back side here. So, that's good. I'll let y'all look it over here and see if you use full zoom to see what's moving. I don't think there's anything moving now. Alright, I'm gonna go run it through the ultrasonic now. The only thing that I'm worried about is I don't have a 5SE battery, and I suspect that possibly this battery is no longer good, because what happens, well, you can see the home button there, it's got corrosion on the connector. What happens though normally is water gets in here in the control board and will short stuff out. Let's see if I can peel it back or not. Yeah, it's got plastic all around it too. We'll hope that the battery's good, but ultrasonic has a good beat. Yeah, it's a Crest. older crest actually. I've had that one for a while. Alright, let's see if you all can see this. Last video, somebody was mad that they couldn't see what I was doing, but unfortunately, when you're doing some of this work, it's hard to keep everything in a bright enough light. Try to clean this up a little bit with some acetone here. That side looks okay. This one concerns me. These pins here look like they might be a little worse off than the other side. I'm going to try to resolder those. I need to pull the board in 3 minutes. I usually leave the boards in there for about 3 to 5 minutes. Or I mean 5 to 6 minutes, excuse me. Any longer you can do damage to the board because it's causing cavitation. And that cavitation is hard on solder. So what I'm doing here is just lightly touching my pins and then touching the pad where it should be to see if I can reconnect those if it's still there. If not, we'll have to order a charging port for it, I guess. I need to start stocking some of the 5SEs, but we don't see them very often. It's rare. I think I've worked on maybe 3 of them. We've done a few screens, but they're the same as the 5S. If you have original quality screens, they work. The copies won't. They're not interchangeable between the two. Alright, looks like we might be missing a trace there. Let's see. One more minute. I don't know, it's burnout, but I can make a jumper. It may not be burnout, it may be there, hold on. So what I'm looking at is right here on the front side of this pin. See if we have any solder left there, or pad. Yeah, it might be there. Pin's not soldered to it. I need to keep fucking with it, but alright. I'm gonna try to solder it real quick and then I'm gonna go pull the board out. Yeah, the 5SE is a rare phone to see, that's for sure. I worked on a couple water damaged ones and we've done a few screens, but that's about the maximum of it. Alright, that'll work. Alright, let me go grab that board. What Apple made. Alright, so let's see the areas that looked a little sketchy. Let's look at them now. Alright, so it looks like we got a filter there that's burned itself up. It's got one side missing and the other side's got a big solder ball on it. I think it might be a filter, I'm not sure. It might be a cap, but some discoloration on it. We'll replace that. We'll replace this cap. It's got an end that's pretty much rusted off. There's a remnants of our water sticker. It is now gone. Connector looks okay. Don't see any really major damage other than right here and right here. Let's go down to the bottom where we had signs. These two I'll have to put back. Looks like one's a... I have no fucking clue. I guess the end of this thing does something. It's tied to this ground plane and then it's tied to the ground plane over here, so I'll have to look on ZXW and see what that would do. We still have a little corrosion here around this cap. These components that look like they're fucked. One at the end here looks like it's burned off. Got a little corrosion there on the board, but nothing major. This all looks good. So we got a cap, looks like a resistor and a filter most likely. A couple components here, component here, component here and here. So not too bad. 5 or 6 items that we have to go through. So I'm going to pull ZXW up and look and see what these are. Hopefully it's working okay today. It's open right now, but I've had it open for a while, so that doesn't mean shit. Probably not a filter to ground, but could be like a diode or something. Maybe a Zener diode or something. Alright, ZXW is working, so I'm going to switch you all over to that. Alright, so what do we have? This is most likely a cap. Yeah, it's a RF cap, so that means it has to do with the cell signal. And phone call. Hold on one second. Alright, so looks like most of these caps are on VCC main. So that's a cap for RF also that's burned up on that side. We've got a cap over here that's burned up. Let's see, where else did we have damage? Those two are both VCC main caps. So those should be fairly easy to replace. We'll just have to look on the schematic and see what their capacitance is. Alright, let's go down to the bottom of the board. Alright, so the two components that we're missing are right here and here. So these are also, those are USB 5 volt. So evidently on the 5S, the end here is actually a 5 volt line. So this bracket is actually part of the connector, and that carries the USB voltage in. We've got a capacitor there, actually 2 caps. So if they were gone, I don't think it would make a big deal, but we'll put them back. Let's see, the other component is down here. What are you connected to? Yeah, that's another cap on VCC main. So again, probably not super important, but we'll put it back. I swear my nose is itching. I gotta take my glove off. Wipe my nose here. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, so far, all caps on VCC main mostly. Let's check these two behind the battery connector. I'm fairly confident one of those is most likely, well, no, they're both bat VCC also. Where's the SWI line? Okay, here's the SWI line. Yeah, they moved it on the 5S, or the 5SE. The 5S, it's over here on the left. On this one, it's on the right. So that side looks fine, so that's good. And then let's look at these components up here. We got a cap and a resistor and another cap. So we got 2 caps and a resistor. So I'm going to open up the schematic and we will look at the schematic for this thing. It's hard to move the fucking mouse with this glove on, or the trackpad. Alright, so 5SE, open schematic. Man, my neck is killing me today. Alright, so the most important here is going to be this resistor. It may clean up. I'll clean it up and then measure it and then see if it's bad or not. It may be okay. That cap over there needs to go though, because it has a rusted pad. Let's see if these are good. We'll put a little bit of solder on the end here. See if I can. Okay, that end cleaned up fine. Okay, that one cleaned up okay. Let's try our capacitor here. Alright, that looks okay. Let's see if I can lift this cap off. It's really hard to get the hot tweezers in here. I may just lift it with some solder. Well, it'll come off. Come out of there, Mr. Cap. May have to use hot air instead. It's just too tight in there. Was somebody talking about reballing a CPU? I mean, you can if you're really hard up for it. I mean, I plan on practicing them, but there's very few situations where I think it's going to be viable. It's usually only going to be either if it's a phone that you bought yourself that you just want to get working, or a customer that just really wants their data. I can't imagine there would be any other time you would want to do that kind of amount of work just for a general repair. It's a lot of liability on that kind of repair. Alright, so that looks okay. Let's see if we can clean up this cap. It might be alright. It doesn't look terrible. Yeah, it seemed to clean it up okay. Probably need to check and see if there's a VCC main short. I may have to pull it anyway, since it is on VCC main. Let's go ahead and check that out. No, VCC's not shorted. Let me see what the diode reading is, because sometimes the diode reading can be more telling. No, VCC main looks good. It's almost a 400 milliamp drop to ground, which is good. Alright, let's see here. Clean this up. I'm gonna grab a 5S and see if I can find some caps that might work for this. Now we need to come up here. I really don't think that either one of these is gonna be salvageable, but we'll see. Yeah, the end of this one is gone. The pad over here seems like it's gone too, possibly. It might be there. Let's CPU work is something that I definitely want to learn. I mean, I don't discourage anybody from trying. I just don't think that if a customer's coming in and their phone's not working and they're like, can you make it work? I just don't think there's enough money that they could pay you to offset the amount of work that's there. If it's just as a repair. Now if it's a data recovery job, people are willing to pay a little more. Like, they'll pay more than the phone is actually worth. But if the case is just that they want the phone working again, and it's an iPhone 5S or something, I don't see that there's much. I don't think there's enough money there to warrant the repair. Let's see how this one does. Actually, the end's still there. I thought it was gone. It took solder. Hey. I'm streaming. Alright, that looks good enough. Alright, so those are good. I want to see if it'll even boot up now. I'll put the caps back on by the charge port here in a second. I'm not worried about that cap up towards the top, honestly. I don't think it'll affect anything if it's not there. I'm more interested to see if it'll even boot up. For all I know, the screen's damaged, or the battery's no good, or something. Check that charge cable. It looks okay. Okay, you can actually see there where the lines come in to the ends, and they come in here too. Let's check out our connectors here. Everything looks good. All these have gaskets on them now, so normally water damage doesn't get in them. It's hard to do this with gloves on. The 4300, no, I ordered it through just whoever's got it. I mean, you could order it straight from AMTECH, it's not gonna hurt anything. Alright, let's see if we get anything or if it needs to charge. Alright, so we got no power still. Makes me think this battery is done. We'll be able to tell here in a second with the DC power supply what kind of voltages we're getting. If I can find my cable. That's on it. What have I done with my cables? Oh, here we go. I got one sitting right in front of me. I'm over here grabbing other cables. So turn our output on there. I don't think the DC power supply is hooked up to the monitoring, but It's not really important right here. I'm just looking to see if it'll take charge. Alright, battery's dead. Hey, look at there. It's in recovery mode. So, I'm going to try to do a... Well, the battery's working because it's keeping the logo on. I'm going to see what it does when we do a hard reset on it. I have seen water damage that causes issues like this. If I don't short out my battery on my connector here. Alright, so they may have tried to turn this phone on so many times that the battery has loaded up the NAND so much that it's now in recovery mode because it has to be. We'll try to do an update restore if this isn't going to let it boot. There's water damage in the screen, but it's not terrible. Alright, so it's connected to the computer. We'll have to download the firmware, I'm sure. Shouldn't take too long though. Our internet speed is much better now. iTunes. Yeah, iTunes is slow. Alright, this phone is in a problem. We want to update it. We don't want to restore it yet. Alright, so it is downloading the update. It'll be 6 minutes. So all we can do is wait and hope that sometimes with water damage it'll corrupt software. Just because like data lines or something may be sending the wrong signal on boot and cause some type of corruption, or the water itself causes the phone to shut off in a weird way. So an update just updates the software OS side of it. If you do a restore, it wipes it, but if you do just an update, it just installs the OS information. But if it errors out on us, we know that we have more serious problems. I need to go eat soon. My head's killing me. Where you want to go? Anywhere.
All of the way.
It's no, it's not open on Sundays.
No, I was thinking I was gonna look whenever they do that.
Video output is low.
Whenever they do the format.
Anybody having streaming problems? So this thing randomly would tell me that the output's low and there won't be any issues. So it is low. I wonder why. My upload rate is slowed down quite a bit. Usually it hovers right around 250 kilobytes a second, Right now it's about 1100. And now it's back up. It should go green again here in a second. About 3 minutes remaining on the download. We're clicking random crap. It's buffering. Sorry. It says the kilobytes are back up to where they should be, but it's still in the red, so I don't know. I don't know why it's still in the red. It may be because I'm downloading too, so I don't know. We'll see. Once the download finishes, it may come back up. We're limited to 5 meg upload, but we have like 60 or 65 down. Let's see if I can change that. 4,500 kilobytes. Output.
The pub is open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have the same.
Apple checking all your data. Probably. Probably is Apple checking all my data. Should almost be done. 1.7 gigs of 2.3, so. I think it's because I'm downloading and uploading at the same time. It's kind of hurting it. It's alright though, it's almost done. The 60 seconds left. I plugged this in yesterday, so it should have had a VCC main short or something, because when I plugged it in yesterday it wouldn't do anything. So we've got it on at least, so that's a start. I would assume that since our caps, most of them were VCC main caps that were bad, I would say that one of those, the corrosion, was causing a short on VCC main. Alright, 16 seconds left. 10 seconds. 5. And it's done downloading. Yeah, as soon as the download ended, my kilobytes kicked back up. So now it's up to 6,000 kilobytes a second, which should be more than enough for stream. So it's extracting data now. Yep, we're back in the green now. Stream should be good. Alright, so software extraction is done. Let's see what it does. Preparing iPhone for update. Well, didn't like that. I think the battery's shot on it.
screen is open.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like the battery's taking a dump on it. Because as soon as I unplugged it, it died. It stayed on earlier by itself, but...
Did you get the packages together?
No. Message Micah and see where that hard drive is. So if it airs out again, I don't know of any connection I have that will fit this one. The 6 Plus is too big. Yeah, it's dying immediately. I think the 7 battery is the same connector at least. And I've got a 7 here. I don't know if the battery's out of it. Yeah, battery's out of it. Let me see if I can connect this one up. I believe they're the same connector on the SE and the 7. I'm not overly worried. Which way is the right way though?
Against the wall under the pickup bad things.
And so it goes this way, from what I can tell.
Which wall?
Ask him, like, which
He
wall?
said, is it against the wall? Under the pickup bag things.
Ask him what the fuck does that mean. Alright, so in theory, hopefully our iPhone 7 battery is hey, it's charging the battery now. So we might be in luck. No, we don't want to restore it, we just want to update it. So maybe we had a data line issue with the battery causing the problems there. What?
I said, where would that be? He said, behind Ashley's chair. I said, I'm Ashley.
Mike is on live stream too. Or he's in chat at least.
How do you even Chris have the same display pic?
Phone's staying on now, so that's good. That means it should restore now. So, that's good to know. iPhone 7 battery, same connector as the iPhone 5 SE. So if you ever need a battery and want to do a battery upgrade, you can just tape a 7 battery to the back of a 5 SE. Alright, we're at the loading bar and it says verifying update for iPhone software. Our driver just finished installing. Sometimes the driver installs can mess up the restores and cause it to air out. Let's see if it'll take it. Yeah, it's taking it. So the bar on the screen has started. I'm waiting for iTunes to start showing progress. It's still thinking about it on iTunes. Come on, iTunes. Let's go. Still stuck at verifying update. There we go. Preparing iPhone for software update. And updating iPhone software.
Is this phone someone? 7th gen 5 nano LCD.
Yeah, it needs to go on the back.
Okay, it was in the box.
Alright, it's restoring now. Progress bar is moving over and our bar on the screen is moving over.
On the wall behind me. Like over to the side of me.
Is it? It's a laptop. It's not
This is that.
It's one that I bought. You can throw that bag way out. That's one that I bought. I highly doubt it's on the floor.
Well, he said it was. He thought it was on the wall behind.
Tell him it's the hard drive that we need to send off.
That's what I did. He said, see if it's in one of those boxes.
Talking about the ones on the floor right there? The Amazon
I've
box?
already looked for those.
Restore's creeping along here. Or update, excuse me.
It's not unlocked back there.
No, the keys are in my jacket.
I have keys too.
Or right here, actually.
I have keys too. I have my keys. They're different things. I'll find it later in the post office.
iPhone restore. Really slow. Got a quarter of the way done. Find it? It probably is in the laptop still. I don't think he left it out. I didn't think he did, at least. Check on the to-do shelf.
I'll give you the keys back.
Alright, it may have paperwork inside of it from the guy from the Flea Land. Alright, so software is it's at the baseband area of the restore part. I believe it's Toshiba. Should have a silver top. Like, if you open it up, the keyboard's like silver. Or not the keyboard, the palm rest, sorry. Alright, we're still sitting at the baseband area. Usually this section it'll stay and then it'll jump. Get Lewis's address.
Do you have a receipt for the thing? I said that y'all mailed stuff out the other day.
Yeah, it should be filed already. Alright, it's in the firmware restore. Huh? Alright. No, he didn't drop test it in the toilet. This phone's running really slow. I'm hoping it's just a software problem. 6+ no service, baseband. Fixing it, not really viable. It's a baseband issue, but it's most likely a board problem, like internal traces to the board. Alright, firmware, finish up for me. Let's see if you work.
So
Here's a hard drive.
and who does it go to?
Lewis.
I need his address.
Yeah, I said look it up
Where?
on the computer.
Under what?
Rossman Repair Group. Yeah, Joe, we're almost done. We're hoping to see if this works or not. It's taking forever, though. I feel like it's running slow, which could be due to possibly a front camera being bad, or... There it goes, it finished. So it's rebooting now. Well, let's see if it reboots. Turn the screen off. Backlight's still on, so I'm not going to mess with it. Let it finish whatever it's doing. Backlight's still on. So it's doing something. There we go, now it finally shut off. That's restarting. Got Apple logo. Yeah, it turned on. And Angel's iPhone is now recognized, so you can see that it's on. Let me move it over so I can see what you all are seeing. I don't want to touch anything on there. It still hasn't booted all the way up, but alright, there it is. It's all the way in. It's asking me to press the home button to finish the upgrade. I'll have to hook the home button up. It's going to be difficult with the 7 battery in there, sitting sideways.
Is it that one thing that's getting low?
Yes. See if our home button works. Home button does work. It's asking for password, and touchscreen works. So there's the password screen, and if I hit cancel, it goes back to the press home button upgrade screen. Let's see if the power button works. Power button works also. Go ahead and so unhook our home button here, disconnect our power. So it seems like it's good to go. The cable here, it's shorted out on something. I don't know what, but it's definitely not good. Like the cable itself just arced against something. I don't know how, because that's supposed to be encased. So this is definitely going to need a battery. I'll have to see if I can source one locally. But otherwise, the phone is back on, so that's a win in my book. I'm going to go ahead and remove this battery from the frame. Show you all how I do it. So when you grab it, it's on the newer ones, they have pull tabs. So you want to grab those pull tabs. Looks like this one's been eaten up by the acetone, so yeah, I'm screwed. I'm gonna have to lift the side of the battery without puncturing it, which is gonna be difficult. I may just flood this thing with acetone to try to eat up the adhesive here. We'll pour a little bit down on the side of the battery here. Alright, so run that into that corner, and then we'll try to slowly lift this up so that the acetone can go under it. Yeah, it's definitely eating through the adhesive because I can lift it now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in here with my tweezers. I'm not touching the battery, I'm trying to grab the adhesive stripping. I'm trying to pull it out to where I can grab it. The acetone's eating it up though. We'll put a little more, that's all. So we'll let that flow into there. And we'll keep lifting slowly. Alright, so that acetone is eating it up quick. So the battery's starting to lift. So let's see how the acetone's just eating it up and it just comes out. So if these strips break, use an adhesive or a cleaner like that, and it'll eat this up and you won't puncture your battery. So it just comes off. If the strips are there, it's easy, you can pull the strips right out, but since our acetone had already eaten that up, we're kinda left without options there. I'm just gonna clean the rest of this up with my finger. If you just rub your finger across it, it'll roll up on itself. Alright, so that side's clean. Come over and clean this side too. There we go. Yeah, we need to just put a message in there. Just type up a paper real quick. Just say data recovery, believe the heads are bad, and then put our address and name and stuff. Alright, so I have to get a battery for this thing. I'm going to put the shields back on it and set it back in here properly.
The battery covered really good heads are bad.
Yes.
What else?
Our name, company name and address. Solder my back shield on here.
Good enough.
Yep. Works for me. My guy had it last, I think. Oh, it's right in front of you.
Where? Oh. Maybe I grabbed it in the. I don't know.
Burn myself. Almost did right there.
I'll put miracle.
Do 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 do. I'm going to finish this here, and then I need to design 2 more covers real quick, and then I'm ready to go. I've already got pretty much everything laid out. I'll just have to put it in and put some text on it. See what you think. Okay, so that's all together. I'm going to put this back on the back, the antenna. And then we're going to call this video because I've got to get a battery for it, so I can't really do much more right now. But once we get a battery for it, we will give this guy a call. It's on backwards. We'll give this gentleman a call and get his password info and make sure everything works on it. So this video is mostly just to show that rice doesn't fix water damage, obviously, and the best thing to do is if it gets wet, disconnect the battery immediately and get it to someone that can fix it, because if it's still wet and it hasn't caused corrosion, they're much more likely to be recoverable. This one was fairly minor as far as damage goes, but it could have easily been 100 times worse if there was more liquid in it and they kept trying to hook it up to turn it on. But yeah, so save the day, and that's pretty much it. If you all have any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments after the video uploads, and I will try to answer them as fast as I can. Appreciate you all for watching, and you all have a good day. And Lewis is here, and now we're leaving. And Overdick's here. Do y'all travel as a pack, Overdick? But so this one's done. I'm gonna go do some designs and send them over to Overdick, and then the lady and I are gonna go and get some food. Get Michael while his pec's still injured. I think I can take Overdick at any time. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be looking forward to Lewis's video today that he's going to be doing. Drinking champagne. Well, Lewis, I'm sending you a hard drive so you all can do another video. But I'll see y'all later. Lewis, I expect to see a video today of champagne drinking and fixing boards. Go get a burrito or an empanada. Upstairs neighbor. It's a mail store. Oh, that's true. We get mail from the people down the hall, so we've opened a few packages. I guess, is it a federal crime if you don't know that it's not yours? Crack me up. Let's see here. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Lewis, next time, be on earlier or say something sooner.